Good afternoon and welcome. This is ASO TV News. I'm Zara Mohamed. The headlines. President Buhari to attend 26th session of Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Kigali, Rwanda. FCT Minister lauds Nigerian Army's efforts in national security. Federal government reiterates commitment to protecting refugees. And Belgian authorities hand over the remains of Congolese independence hero Patrice Lumumba. Now the news in details. The federal government has confirmed Nigeria's participation at the 26th session of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM, which commences today in Kigali, Rwanda. A statement by Mrs. Francisca Omayuli, spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, says President Muhammadu Buhari will deliver a speech on malaria and tropical neglected diseases at the summit and also during the Heads of Government and Business Leaders meeting. Other activities of the president will include bilateral meetings with some Commonwealth leaders on the sidelines of the event. Nigeria's participation in CHOGM 2022 will afford her the opportunity to attract investment into critical sectors of the economy such as energy, agriculture, mining and solid minerals, as well as ICT, technology and innovation. The theme of the summit, delivering a common future, connecting, innovating, transforming, highlights how the 54 Commonwealth member countries can achieve some of its biggest goals, like protecting natural resources and boosting trade. Meanwhile, the FCT Minister Malam Mohammed Musa Bello has commended the Nigerian Army for its efforts in ensuring the unity of Nigeria. Malam Bello gave the commendation at the opening of the Combat Support Armed Training Week 2022, organized by the Nigerian Army Intelligence Corps today in Abuja. According to him, the FCT is built on the premise of the unity and indivisibility of the country, adding that the effort of the military in that regard is commendable. He commended the Nigerian military for the successes so far recorded in the fight against insurgency, banditry and other forms of insecurity across the country. He also prayed for the success and safety of the men and women in uniform and praised the memory of the valiant troops who had paid the supreme price while fighting to keep the country secure and united. The minister said the various army formations in the FCT had continued to show commitment towards strengthening the resolve of the FCT administration to promote combined efforts at ensuring the security of all in the territory. Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, has declared more dedication to duty in achieving sustainability of the nation for the well-being of all Nigerians. The minister, represented by her husband, architect Shamsuna Ahmed, in Nasarawa during the 10th Combined Convocation Ceremony and conferment of Fellowship Award, says better standard of living across the nation is priority. In this special report, business correspondent Ile Meje, who covered the event, takes a look at the reward for excellence.
Honor, they say, is given to whom it is due.
That is the situation here in Nasarawa at the 10th Combined Convocation Ceremony and Confinement of Fellows Award, where the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, represented by her husband, architect Shamsuna Ahmed, among others, are honored with an award of excellence. Well-wishers and close relations present give their opinion.
I'm here to be with my sister-in-law, who was honored as the Minister of Finance, Hajia Zainab Ahmed, and I feel that the Polytechnic, the Federal Polytechnic, has done well to give fellowship to all these people that deserve it, and I hope they will live up to what expected.
I'm here as part of their entourage to felicitate with them, to support them and be here at the time when the Nasarawa Polytechnic have called upon them to honor them. So my being here means an honor also to me because they are honoring our friend and brother.
Our congratulations We are here to celebrate with her, though she's not around. She's somewhere attending to some important functions, but we are here to celebrate with her over the fellowship she got with the Federal Polytechnic, Nasarawa. Well, I'm very happy for the award given to her. She deserves it because she's very hardworking. This is among the various awards she got from other institutions. I wish her good luck and more grease to her elbows.
We're here today at the Federal Polytechnic in Nasarawa in honor of our mother, to collect an award for fellowship for all the hard work that she has put in through her life. Side by side, many other distinguished individuals. And there's not much we can say but to thank God, first of all, for such an opportunity and for such a recognition, and for Allah to continue to guide her and bless her so that she can continue to give back as she has throughout her life.
To rejoice with our daughter
He's very proud of the chairman of
for the awardee, the award of fellow of the Federal Polytechnic. It's a matter of pride for the Ahmed family. You know, this is our hometown, and so we feel it's a matter of pride. That's why we are here in our full regalia to rejoice with achievements she has so far exhibited, not only for our family, not only for our town, for our state, but for the whole country, in the way she has exhibited competence, professionalism, and a matter of pride for all of us. So we're here to rejoice and to show appreciation to God and for the Polytechnic to recognize and give her the recognition.
Speaking with ASO Radio and Television Services at the event, Managing Director, Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC, Malam Bello Hassan, and the Statistician General of the Federation and Chief Executive Officer of the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, Prince Adeni Adeniran, noted on conscious efforts to serving the nation and humanity.
I'm here to support the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, who is being honored by this institution by conferring on her the fellowship of the Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa, which I believe is a recognition of her styling qualities or styling performance in the public service. So we are here just to support her, and I believe this award is, like I said, it's a recognition of her styling performance in public service, and I believe more like this are on the way coming.
I'm also here to celebrate with my boss, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Ajia Zainab Samshuna Ahmed, who is ably represented here by our good husband. The lesson learned from today's event, as I can see, is telling us that we, the citizens of Nigeria, should put in our best to serve the country, to serve the community, and to serve the humanity to the best of our ability.
This indeed is an honor well deserving. Congratulations to her.
Attendance cut across top government officials, including the Managing Director, Abuja Broadcasting Corporation, Malam Ibrahim Damisa, top politicians, the academia, and relatives. Ile Emeje, ASO Television News.
The federal government has reiterated its commitment to the implementation of the Global Compact on Refugees, GCR, in Nigeria. Federal Commissioner, National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Mrs. Iman Suleiman Ibrahim, made this known in Abuja during an event to commemorate the World Refugee Day. Mrs. Suleiman Ibrahim disclosed that the Commission had undertaken the registration of refugees into the National Health Insurance Scheme. According to her, the importance of this message is that every person has the right to seek safety, whoever they are, wherever they come from, and whenever they are forced to flee. World Refugee Day is an international day celebrated every June 20th, and it is designated by the United Nations to honor refugees around the globe. Now, the federal government has reiterated the need for countries with emerging economies to adopt measures geared towards addressing the difficulties they are facing in food production and improved livelihoods. Minister of State, Industry, Trade and Investment, Ambassador Miriam Katagum, gave the suggestion in a statement issued on Sunday in Abuja by Director Information in the Ministry, Mrs. Oluwakemi Ogunmakinwa. According to the minister, this can be achieved through provisions that will foster economic recovery, as well as building resilient health and economic sectors. According to the statement, Ambassador Katagum spoke at the just concluded 12th World Trade Organization Ministerial Conference held in Geneva, Switzerland. She also urged ministers of trade to develop an institutional framework that would foster discussions towards the delivery of outcomes that would address the needs of member states. She also reiterated Nigeria's position on agriculture trade reform, especially with respect to the key areas of domestic support, market access, public stock holding for food security. The Tribe Africa, a non-governmental organization, has organized a conference in Abuja tagged Economic Re-Engineering Conference 2022 with the theme Closing the Gaps of Youth Unemployment in Nigeria. It was an event filled with youths and professionals across the business development sector of the economy to discuss the ample opportunities within Nigeria. Our correspondent Isa Nuhu now tells us more.
According to a report published by the National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria's unemployment rate has risen from 27.1% in the second quarter of 2020 to 33%. Unemployment for people aged 15 to 24 stood at 53.4% in the fourth quarter and at 37.2% for people aged 25 to 34 in year 2020. In a keynote address by business expert Ms. Dayo Benjamin Lani, noted that the Nigerian youth must identify their potential and train themselves with requisite skills to fit into the employability sector of the economy.
You are jobless where you lose vision and lose hope, and it's true. The best of times, the worst of times, an age of wisdom, an age of foolishness. When Charles Dickens was speaking, he wasn't just writing a novel, he was speaking transgenerationally. But you must choose what you choose to believe and belong to.
Also speaking, founder of the organization, Mr. Hamilton Lamek, said increasing youthful population required more job creators in the society.
Now, for us at Tribe Africa, there are two major strategies if we want to solve the issue of unemployment in Nigeria. Number one is small and medium enterprises. If you want to solve the problem of unemployment, you cannot ignore small and medium enterprises.
One of the guests, Mr. Ralph Ayua, attributed the insecurity in Nigeria to the unemployed youthful population. He also called on the participants to meet up with the present realities of a digitized world.
The university admits over 2 million students every year, 2 million. And they churn out over 600,000 graduates every year. And then there are so many few jobs for you to get. So if my job is to equip you to get good jobs, the question is, where are the jobs? Then the next question is, most of the industrial demands, some of us are not even well equipped to fit the job.
The conference was designed to open doors for youth with passion in business, internship, career development, and job opportunities within the public and private sectors. Isa Nuhu, ASO TV News.
AMAG Chairman Mr. Christopher Zaka has appointed Mr. Emeka Oji as his Chief of Staff and Mr. Jafar Ogwagwa as the Council Secretary. The chairman also appointed Mr. Ephraim Audu as his Chief Press Secretary. In a statement signed by Mr. Audu today, the chairman urged the officials to enhance good governance. According to him, the appointments were in line with his desire to succeed in providing dividends of democracy and responding to the yearnings of the electorate. The chairman, however, urged the appointees to leave above board, refrain from corrupt practices. He also called on the residents of the council and other stakeholders to cooperate with the new administration. You're watching ASO TV News. Remember, you can watch us live on www.asoradioandtv.com/live. Also on Star Times TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We're also on the UHF band on channel 38, and you can download our app for Android at the Google Play Store and for our iOS devices at the App Store. Still to come. Belgium authorities hand over the remains of Congolese independence hero Patrice Lumumba. Plus business and stories from the international scene. Do stay with us. Thanks for joining us once again. Now to the rest of the news. Plateau State Governor Simon Bako Lalong has described the demise of the late military administrator of Plateau and River State, retired Colonel Musa Sheikh Shehu, as a huge loss to the nation and his family. Governor Lalong, who personally attended the funeral rites of the late military administrator at the Apo Cemetery in Abuja, said the late Colonel Shehu was a fine officer and gentleman who served the nation with dignity and honor. He said as military administrator of Plateau State between 1998 and 1999, Colonel Shehu demonstrated enormous passion for peace, justice and development by carrying out segments of the society along in governance. Governor Lalong acknowledged his efforts in implementing projects and programs that impacted the lives of the people across the entire 17 local government areas of the state. The governor also praised his contributions to the political development of the country and his efforts towards consolidating democracy, where he served as the Secretary General of the Arewa Consultative Forum. While commiserating with his family, Governor Lalong urged them to accept his death as the will of God and continue to pray for the repose of his soul. Now on business, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has provided a guide to see consumers on how to track their bills with the use of estimated billing by electricity distribution companies. This is made available in a statement issued by the FCCPC on a guide for unmetered electricity consumers at the weekend, noting that the initiative is aimed at helping to reduce discrepancies with the estimated billing by electricity distribution, as well as avoiding being unfairly shortchanged. The FCCPC is therefore advising consumers to forward their complaints to the Regulatory Commission for issues that were not addressed satisfactorily by the distribution companies, while pledging more commitments to its mandate for ensuring consumer satisfaction. The FCCPC acknowledged that contact check by consumers of their monthly bill and tariff would put in place efficient supply as required. Now to the international scene, Belgian authorities have handed over the remains of murdered Congolese independence hero Patrice Lumumba to his family during a ceremony in Brussels. Belgian Chief Prosecutor Frederick Van Leeuw gave relatives of the late Congolese hero a small bright blue box containing the tooth in a televised ceremony at Egmont Palace in central Brussels today. He commended the family for the legal action they took, saying justice had finally been delivered. One of the late Patrice's sons, Roland Lumumba, acknowledged that there is a feeling of satisfaction after several years. Patrice Lumumba became the Democratic Republic of Congo's first democratically elected prime minister after independence from Belgium in 1960. While in office, the eloquent Lumumba alarmed the West with overtures to Moscow as the height of the Cold War. Now to sports, where the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, has applauded Nigeria's Tobi Amosun for breaking the African record in the women's 100 meters hurdle event. The minister stated this in a statement released today by his media office. Let's join correspondent Damilare Sanusi for details of that story and more.
Mr. Dare said Tobi Amuson's record-breaking run in the 100 meters hurdles at the Diamond League meeting in Paris, France, over the weekend is a further testament of Nigeria's rising profile in sports. The sport minister added that Amuson's feat and the recent encouraging performance by Nigerian athletes across the globe are a sign of growth, which the sports ministry is determined to sustain. The 25-year-old ran 12.41 seconds to break the 9-month-old African record she set last year at the Diamond League final in Zurich, Switzerland. In the same vein, President of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, Mr. Tonobo Okowa, has congratulated Tobi Amuson for breaking the African record in the 100 meters hurdles event in Paris, France, over the weekend. Mr. Okowa said Amuson's record-setting outing at the Diamond League meeting has given Nigeria hope of challenging for a first-ever gold medal at the World Athletics Championship in the United States next month. Amuson is expected to represent Nigeria at the World Athletics Championship, as well as at the Commonwealth Games in the United Kingdom, where she is the title holder. And in football, head coach of Rangers International of Enugu, Abdul Maikaba, has expressed his disappointment over the outcome of their NPFL Match Day 34 game against league leaders Rivers United. While reacting to the outcome of the game, which ended in a goalless draw, Coach Maikaba said he is sad about the result, despite the good performance of the players. Coach Maikaba, however, promised that Enugu Rangers will keep fighting until the very last match of the season to ensure that they achieve a continental football spot for next season for the club supporters. The result between the two teams ensured that Rivers United maintained their 10-point lead at the top of the table, with second-place Plateau United also dropping points at home, while Rangers slipped to the 4th spot on the log. In some of the other results of Match Day 34, relegation-threatened Dakada FC kept their hopes of survival alive after defeating rivals Akwa United 3-1 in Uyo. Kwara United defeated Sunshine Stars 1-0, while Remo Stars were 3-1 winners over Lobi Stars. Shooting Stars forced Wiki Tourist to a 1-1 draw in Bauchi. Abia Warriors compounded the relegation fears of Kano Pillars by beating them 3-2, while MFM were 2-1 winners over Eyimba. Meanwhile, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, has fixed July 21 as the date of this year's CAF Award ceremony in Rabat, Morocco. The football body said the CAF Awards will be held ahead of the final of the 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, scheduled to take place from July 2 to July 23. CAF added that the Men and Women's Africa Player of the Year will be crowned at the ceremony, in addition to the Interclub Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, National Team of the Year, Coach of the Year, Club of the Year, and the goal of the year. The winners will be decided by votes from captains and coaches of the member associations, selected journalists, CAF Technical Study Group, and CAF Legends, with the period under review to run from September 2021 until June 2022. Damilare Sanusi, ASO TV News.
On that sporting note, we end the bulletin, but before we go, another look at some of our major stories. The federal government has confirmed Nigeria's participation at the 26th session of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, CHOGM, which commences today in Kigali, Rwanda. And FCT Minister Malam Mohammed Musa Bello has commended the Nigerian Army for its efforts in ensuring the unity of Nigeria. That's the bulletin. I am Zara Munt Mohammed. Many thanks for staying with us.